So one of the biggest reasons more people don't ride their bike to work or on trips or shopping or whatnot is because they have nowhere to carry stuff. Whether it be just an extra fleece or rain gear or maybe a laptop for work. So this is why these top cases have become so popular. And I happen to have two of the most popular ones. I have a Givi Monokey E46. It's a 46 liter bag, top box. And I also have a Coocase S48 Astra. This is a 48 liter top case. And I can give you a quick little review about what's good and bad about each one. But they're both excellent products, I think. They're both waterproof, secure, great way to carry your stuff. And let's start with the Givi. So I've had that one for a good 10 years. I had it on my old Kawasaki. You can see a nice shot of both of them right there. You can see the Givi has a more square shape to it, which I think is why it seems to hold more than the Coocase. The Givi, you need a key to open it up each time. So that's one disadvantage that some people don't like about it. So I'll go ahead and open it up. Okay, now let's look at the latch. I really like the latch system on the Givi. You can close it and cinch it down. So when this thing is packed tight and you're trying to close it down, you can really cinch it down with that lock. And inside it's pretty basic. And also look at the handle. You can put your hand in here and get a really good grip. If this thing is loaded down, you get a lot of stuff in here and it's heavy. You can actually take this off the bike and easily carry it around. And all that's inside are these kind of rubber felt straps, which don't really do all that much for a top case. If you put it on the side of the bike, maybe they would, but this is really a top box, something this big. Okay, so now the Coocase, which was distributed in the US by Twisted Throttle, you don't need a key. You can open it up with this top button here. Pops open, and you can also push the bottom button here to take it off your bike. Obviously you can still use the key to lock and unlock it to your bike, but you don't have to. So a lot of people like that, and it is a pretty convenient feature to just be able to pop this open whenever you want. Inside it's got a nice felt liner. Mine only has the bottom one here, but if you have a nice helmet, for example, and you're worried about it getting scratched up, the felt line is probably a nice feature to have. Now this model here is the deluxe model. It comes with the lights. It has an alarm, and it also has a remote to lock and unlock the top box. I got this used. This came with a bike that I bought used. It didn't come with it, so I have not been able to use those features. I can't tell you how well they work. But if you look inside here, you can see that the electronics portion right here, having a hard time keeping this open, this takes up quite a bit of room, and that's a nuisance. Right in the front middle portion of the box, it's not a good place for this thing to be kind of jutting out in the middle. So that takes away actually quite a bit of space. And the handle, you can't put your hand through. There's only like a couple of inches here to hold on to it. So if this thing is weighed down and you're trying to carry it, it's a lot more difficult than on the Givi. The Givi retails, I think, for 275 bucks or so, and then it's another I think it was $86 I saw for the rack that you have to put on your bike so that it locks on. And the last time I checked Twisted Throttle for the Coocase Astra, it was not available. I think they stopped making it a couple of years ago. I read online that they were having some problems with the electronics. The alarm was not working properly, or was not locking and unlocking with the remote properly. So I don't know if Twisted Throttle dropped the Coocase, but if you want one, I'm sure you can find one from another distributor other than Twisted Throttle. And you can see mine also has a nice backrest for the passenger. That's also an option. It's an extra option on the Givi. And by the way, the Givi also, you can get an electronic version that has lights on it as well. Now, the Coocase, you can get a shell. You can get shell of different colors. This is a matte black, but they make different colors if you want it to match your bike, so that's another feature a lot of people like. And I think that's also a feature now on the Givi. The Coocase, last time I checked, a 3 years ago, was probably about $300, and that was with the base plate. So it was a relative bargain compared to the Givi. But like I said, there was a lot of reports online about the electronics not working properly for the Coocase S48 Astra. But either way you go, they're both it's both good options. I think they both hold 2 extra large helmets. The Coocase does seem to be built a little bit better. It's a little bit more sturdy. It's a little bit heavier, but I've had that Givi for a long time, and it's held up just fine over the years. And one other thing I want to mention is the Givi does seem to close a little bit easier. For example, if I open this up and I just kind of slam it down, it just falls perfectly into place, and you can just shut it. If I open this up and I slam it down, a lot of times if there's something in here, a sweatshirt or something, it doesn't quite come down perfectly into the grooves here, so you gotta kind of mess around with it. And also, if this thing is packed, completely packed, and you're trying to close it, it's got this dome shape on it, so it just kind of makes it difficult to push down and get it shut when this thing is completely packed to the brim. The Givi's got that more box shape where it's a lot easier to do that, and it's also got the latch to cinch it down. So I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. You can make your own choice on what you want to get, but I don't think you can go wrong. They're both excellent options if you're looking for a way to expand your touring capabilities and start making runs to the grocery store, start taking your bike to work every day and all that. Either one of these, I think, is a good option.